In today's lecture, we'll be learning how to dissect and answer Essay Question 2 Part A from your Market Failure tutorial. As you plan your answer, it is important not to neglect the preamble, as it will help you contextualize your answer. Here, the preamble states that Finance Minister Heng Swee Keat expects government expenditure on healthcare to rise quite sharply in the next 3 to 5 years and beyond. By 2020, government spending will go up by at least $3 billion. The question then asks us to explain how the existence of externalities and the presence of information failure can lead to market failure in the healthcare market. We'll be using the CCCA approach to dissect this question. The first C in the CCCA approach stands for command, and here the command word in the question is explain. To address the command word explain, we have to use our essay to make clear the reasons for something. Here, it is to make clear how the causes, which are the existence of externalities and the presence of information failure, lead to the effect, which is market failure in the healthcare market. The next C in the CCCA approach stands for content. We've highlighted the key content term here, which is market failure. From this term, you should draw knowledge from the topic of market failure, specifically the inability to allocate resources correctly due to positive externalities and imperfect information. The third C in the CCCA approach is context. It is important to contextualize your answers with the appropriate setting. As the preamble states about healthcare in Singapore, the context for your answer should be intervention in the Singaporean healthcare market and not simply healthcare in general or healthcare in other countries. Lastly, the A in CCCA stands for approach. As mentioned previously, how you should approach the question is by explaining how the causes, which are positive externalities and imperfect information, lead to the effect of market failure in the Singaporean healthcare market. All H2 economics essay questions require two major requirements in your essay body. Because this is a 10-marker question, it does not require evaluation. The two major requirements are made clear and explicit in the question. We've highlighted the terms externalities and information failure. This should signpost to you the two requirements. Requirement 1 being explaining how positive externalities lead to market failure, and requirement 2 being how imperfect information leads to market failure. More specifically, this imperfect information arises from myopic decision making. After dissecting the essay question, we are able to come up with a rough essay outline. It is always recommended to take some time to plan your essay before writing it to make sure you have an essay skeleton to refer to and to not deviate from your main points as you write. Here, the rough essay outline is as such: an introduction, addressing requirement 1 to show how positive externalities lead to market failure, addressing requirement 2 to show how imperfect information leads to market failure, and the conclusion to synthesize everything nicely. In the introduction, you should define key terms and set the direction of your essay. As the question has the term market failure, it is important to define it. Market failure occurs when markets fail to allocate resources efficiently. Be even more elaborate by briefly telling the marker what kind of market failure it is and the two main causes of it. Here, we see a case of underconsumption of healthcare due to the presence of positive externalities and imperfect information. This underconsumption would thus lead to allocative inefficiency in the healthcare market. In the next part, we'll be discussing how to write requirement 1. See you there.